Morning, guys. It's Friday the I don't know what it is, maybe the 22nd of June, and I got to we got to take care of the auction car for this week, and it's not much, and here's a look at it. It's a '01 Nissan Xterra, and you can see the bumper and the trim is all kind of discolored, and we got some rust on the bumper. We got a boo-boo here he wants me to address, and basically we're just going to spiff up the trim around it with spray bombs and make it one uniform color. And that's what he wants. So he told me to use John Deere yellow on that. So that ought to give you an indication of how they want things done. So I was going to mix up some yellow out of my cabinet, try to anyway, but I really didn't have the right colors because I don't have any yellow. So here's what I got. This is called chrome yellow, and this is duplicolor, perfect match. It's a Ford color, but I went through and just sort of looked online at some color, you know, whatever you call them, samples, and just kind of was trying to find what would be locally in the store that would come close to matching it. So this is what I came up with. It's a little paler, but not as pale as John Deere yellow. So I'm just going to touch this up with a little bit of this, and I have some clear in a can as well, and we're just going to kind of, you know, just a little woohoo, that's all. And you can see this has been worked on before. Look at the drips down there on the clear. Yeah, they got a little heavy on it right there. So he bought a new light for this, and he called me yesterday, and he was all concerned that it might be a lot of work to put that light in. And I watched Milrick's video when he was working on that Murano, and I was flabbergasted at the amount of work he had to put into it to kind of take apart the front end and things like that. The way Nissan puts things together. I was hoping last Saturday night when he gave me this, I was thinking about that video in the back of my mind, because he wants me to do work on this, and I'm going to have to sort of take some of this stuff loose, I think, to get it straightened around. It's just pushed around is all it is. I'm just going to straighten it up, and I don't think I'm going to put any filler in it or anything. We're just going to, you know, we're just going to paint it, you know, with a little something something. And but I was worried because of the way Nissan did that Murano. I was thinking, you know, I may have the same issues here. So I have no idea what I'm going to get into here. I know one thing, I just can't spend a lot of time on it, because it certainly doesn't pay to do so. So depending on how much time I have to spend taking all this apart will dictate what we do here, and also, you know, how much time I spend on the rest of this. And the front bumper seems to be the worst. It's pretty scaly there, but I'm just going to hit that with a DA with some finer sandpaper. You know, and he didn't want me to fix it, he just wants me to get some color on it. So I'm just going to kind of knock that scale off of there, and it will be what it ends up being. And just want to give you guys a little look at it before I do it, and we'll make it look good for them, and that's all they want. I've been having trouble selling this one. It's been in a sale for several weeks, but the reason why is because it's a vehicle that commands a little more money. I mean, it's a nice vehicle, and they're worth a little bit of money, and you know, you just have to get the right buyer up here when you're in that price range. So it's a $1,500 sale, and there's a market for a $1,500 car that's way bigger than the market for the $5,000 vehicle or whatever it is they're wanting for it. So we'll do a little bit here, see what we can get done, and check in. Alright guys, you can see I got lucky here. This was actually pretty easy to get out. It just had a little tab here, a little locker doohickey, mabob, that went down here. So, and a screw in the top. So I think when I take the vehicle back, it shouldn't take but a hot 5 minutes to pop that dude in there. And so now, you know, the only thing I need to do is sort of straighten up this this corner here. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. I'm out in the sun and it's bright and I can't tell hardly anything. So get this around here like this. Alright, now I'm just gonna take my fingers basically and work this thing back to where it's kind of lined up with the grill. It's not too bad right there. Take this pry bar. I don't know if I can let's see. That's not too bad. Let me slide this light back in here and see how it's kind of fitting up. Oh yeah, that's much better than it was. We still got a little pucker right there. I kind of like to get that out if I can a little bit. But it's already 90% better, and I think they'll be happy with that. So I'm going to work on that there just a little bit and see what I can get done. I hope I got you guys recording. Yeah, I do. Okay. Oh yeah, there we go. Alright. I'm thinking that should work out pretty nice. Let's see what kind of a fitment we got here with our light. I think that's not bad at all. Not bad at all. You guys can see that. It's hard to see because we're all different colors probably, but you can see the light fitting there. Not bad. Yeah, better. And better is what we're looking for. Alright, so I think I'm gonna do a little sanding on this. And see if I can't get the thing to look decent. Alright, I hit that with a little 320 there, you know, just with my hand right here. And I think what I'm going to do, you know, since I don't have a hot 10 minutes in this yet, I'm going to put a lick of Bondo on there, try to get rid of this big lip here because I want to confine my repair right there. I don't want it to get any bigger. And I found that's one of the tricks, is to be able to really, I'm starting to get better at confining my repair, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And just knock this down a little bit. Around here, you got some cracks in the paint, and I don't think we're flaking anywhere, so I'm just going to take a lick of Bondo and put over that right there, and might scuff that with a little bit of at least 180 there real quick around these edges here to try to, and the metal for adhesion purposes. But I'd use I would probably use icing on that, but I'm plumb out of icing. So alright, well, let me get some Bondo mixed up. We'll throw a little bit on there and we'll see what we got. Alright guys, I got me some Bondo here. And I got just a dab, and that's probably too much hardener, but you know, it's pretty warm out here. And I don't want it to get hard. Fast. And it should do that for sure. Alright, there we go. That's the way I want it on there. Trying to get it as smooth as possible. And I'm trying to get it off the vehicle there where I got it on there. So that's going to do it on that. And my Bondo's kicking already, which is good. And I don't want to wait around. So there we go. Hopefully I got that on camera. Yeah. What's your name again? Dave?
Dave Hernley.
Dave Hernley. Well, that's pretty cool. What is this? This about a 40?
41 Chevy.
41 Chevy. Sweet. Dual carbs.
Oh yeah.
Is she as quick as she looks?
Yes. Too fast.
Too fast, he says. Well, that's nice. I like it. That's a good looking, it's got good looking paint on it. Who painted it, do you know, or did you just pick it up somewhere?
No, it wasn't that way. I'm not cleaned it or anything lately.
I like it. It's pretty sharp. I like the little mirrors.
Yeah. Look under the back.
Look under the back.
Yep.
What you got under there?
A little bit of everything.
I'm sure it's a 9-inch Ford, isn't it?
Oh yes.
Oh. Oh man, boy, look how clean that is under there. That's a sharp car, Dave.
We've been through the rain 3 times now with it, and I haven't cleaned that under there.
So that's a 4-link, right?
Yes.
Coilovers.
No. Well, it's a type of coilover.
Okay.
It's coilovers on the front.
Wow. What size motor's in it?
502.
502 Chevy?
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you stopped by. I'm sorry I can't help you, but on your lug nuts,
I
but
knew it was a couple of years ago that I've been over here, but
well, we just don't stock the lug nuts anymore.
okay.
You know, things got so slow, we just quit having inventory like that. But
okay.
you know, we do sell some wheels, but nothing like that anymore. We used to sell stuff like this.
Yeah.
But
these lug nuts here I got from you.
Oh yeah?
Up there.
And then that's an American racing wheel there, isn't it?
It's Krager.
Oh, that's a Krager wheel?
That's a Krager.
It's cool. I like it.
And where they took and had the SS Krager emblem here. I took and found these on eBay, these here.
Right.
And I made them fit to go in there.
Okay.
And so you wouldn't know that they're Kragers.
Is it, I see you got, oh, what's that called there? You can open up your headers?
Yes.
Is that from, do you have to do that manually, or is that from the
That's
cab?
manual right now.
I like that car. That's a nice looking car.
Cars that got the electric cutouts on. I'd like to put them on this, but
That's a good
don't want
look.
me spending the extra money right now.
Yeah, you get a lot of that when you discuss finances with your wife. At least I do anyway.
Well, I don't discuss it with her.
But that's the best thing to do. Well, I like that. Thanks for bringing that by. I'm sorry I couldn't help you, but I think you can get some help in the local auto stores.
Okay,
I've even seen a lot of weird stuff at Walmart, believe it or not, here lately. So,
oh, I can imagine.
you know, as far as lug nuts go, but I'll bet you at Riley's or something, you know, if they don't have it, it'd be overnight.
Right.
And you know, because they got those big warehouses now. And
Well, I might get online and find them there.
it'd be called an ET lug, closed ET, that'd be the name of it.
Okay.
So, boy, that's sweet. All right, guys, back to normal programming. That was some car though, wasn't it? What I got here is I got me a little lick of Bondo on there. I got her sanded down to 400. I'm just going to blow a little of this paint on here. I better mask it up some more. I wasn't paying attention to that. I'm gonna paint it anyway. Alright. I'm gonna shake this shit up and see what happens. I don't have any primer, or I'd throw a little primer on that, but I don't have any. So it is what it is. Sure is yellow. But it's going to look better than it did without any paint on it at all. Should have done a little better job sanding right there, but I didn't. The light's going to cover up most of it, but if I don't run this shit, set up in a few minutes. See if we can't get it all one color in this area. Eventually. I got a whole can, so we're less than an hour into the project here, so let's see what happens. It makes me happy. I'm going to be done with this probably with an hour and 15, maybe an hour and a half by the time I get a little clear on it and try to make it half-assed look decent as we go out a little bit. Of course, it would have been a little better if the color was a little closer, but you know, we're just using what we got available. I think this is way better than John Deere green. I think John Deere green would have been a much bigger mismatch. I don't know, I could be wrong. Or John Deere yellow, excuse me. I probably have some John Deere yellow. And we could test it, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to match. Alright guys, I just wanted to show you, I painted this thing, and although I was told to paint it John Deere yellow, that would have been such a different color than what I chose. But what I chose is still a way different color, and there is no way I'm letting that fly. So, I mean, I can only go so far, and then I just can't do it. I mean, that just looks like crap. So we got a little paint, and I'm going to scuff that up right there, and I'm going to blow a little paint on it, and it should match perfect. So there we go. We'll get a look at it as soon as I get done with that. Alright guys, here's a quick walk around. We fixed our collar issues. And we just basically cleaned up the plastic and bumpers, you know, where it's rusted bad. I just ran a DA on it and got it the best I could, and we just painted right over it. because that's what they wanted. Even though they wanted John Deere green over here on this other side. Right there, we went ahead and bought a smidge of our color and blended it right in there. Looks great, man. Looks great. So they'll be happy with this, and I'll be happy. So as usual, I'm way behind, so we'll talk to you later. Take it easy.